I thought I would do a video to do a test review this week instead of writing it in an announcement. So let's get started. The first question that was missed quite often was this receivables question. Almost everybody missed this question because they didn't read carefully. The question asks for what is the estimated collectible amount. Almost everybody that missed did the uncollectible account. I'm not going to go over that because almost everybody got it right. It's just a matter of reading. One thing in accounting is terminology is very important. Please make sure you keep that in mind as you go through homework and test questions. Okay, the next one was this next question. 57% of the class got it correct. ABC uses FIFO inventory method. Cost of inventory is down 10%. The selling prices remain constant. How will FIFO differ from LIFO? So maybe the easiest way to show this is to just set up a little example. Let's just say sales price is $100. Inventory is $50. Gross profit is sales minus inventory. So our gross profit is $50 in this case. Our question says, what if the cost of inventory is down 10%? So the sales price is the same. I'm actually copy that just to make formatting the same. And that I'm going to multiply it by 0.9. So that would be down 10%. Now it is asking, how will FIFO differ from LIFO? So first in, first out, the inventory is older. So this would be a FIFO scenario because this is our old inventory cost, and this would be a LIFO, last in, first out, because this would be our new inventory cost. So in this scenario, gross profit is going to be higher under LIFO. All right, next question that was missed pretty often. Only 48% of the class got this one. This one was pretty disappointing because this is basically your homework question. In fact, I'm going to use the homework solutions to show you why it's so important to set up templates and use reference formulas. Okay, a new trap motor was purchased in 2015 and cost ABC Theater $10,000. So the equipment costs $10,000. The years don't really matter, but I'll put that to 2015. Salvage value is $1,000 and useful life is 5 years. What is the amount that will be depreciated in 2017? I go to set 2017 for double declining balance, and it is 1440. And 1440 is the correct answer. So I will go through that, but I didn't have to do anything because I'd already set this up. And all of you had already set this up in your homework problems as well. But it seems many of you didn't use it. So let's go through that problem. Okay, so we have the equipment, it's 10,000. The salvage value is 1,000. The useful life was 5 years, and we're doing a double declining balance. So the double declining balance rate is always just whatever the straight line rate is. to double the straight line rate, double declining balance. Okay, so our declining balance rate is 40%. Oops. Purchased in 2015, so we will start in 2015. Question only goes to 2017, so that's as far as I'm going to go. Depreciation. Okay, the depreciation rate is 10,000 times the double declining rate. We don't worry about the salvage value until the end for double declining balance. So our balance is 10,000 minus that. New balance will be that minus that. This is going to be equal to the balance times our rate. So 1440 is our double declining balance amount. And that is the correct answer for our question. Next question is really similar. It's asking how much is recorded as a loss due to discarding the asset. Again, this is a problem where if you would have adjusted your homework just slightly, you probably would have got the right answer. But let's get this one set up. I'm going to use the starting spot of that to get going. We start in 2012 and go through 2017. $12,000 and zero salvage value over 8 years. So this calculation is pretty simple. It's just our equipment divided by our useful life. Depreciation stays the same throughout. Our value is going to be our starting balance minus our annual depreciation. So in 2017, what is the loss? Well, this is our depreciation. This is our book value. 2017, we determined that it no longer has a useful life and is discarded. So what is our loss? Well, our loss can only be equal to our book value of 3,000. So 3,000 is the correct answer. This next question is another one where I think our homework covered it pretty well. In chapter 6, so I'm not sure why we had only 7 people get this question right. Anyway, let's go through that one. So a 60-day note was issued to XYZ Corporation with a face amount of $25,000, interest rate of 8 on May 1st. How much interest is owed on the note on June 1st? Okay. So there are a lot of different ways we could do this problem. We have the term, 60 days. The amount was 25,000. Interest was 8%. And then we have 2 dates. I'm just going to put 5/1/2021, 6/1/2021. Date and calc date, we'll call it. So One way to do this is we know interest is always in terms of an annual percent rate. So we can take our interest and multiply it by our term divided by 360 multiplied by 25,000. And that gets us the total interest over the term of this loan. But our question asked from May 1st to June 1st, which June 1st minus May 1st is 31 days. So 31 divided by 60, multiplied by that, would give you a correct answer. Another thing that would be a correct answer is just taking that times 0.5. And any rounding or derivatives of those would also give you the correct answer. So it seems like most of the people miss this question because they took the full 60 days and not the 30 days. Okay, last one. I think a lot of you probably feel like this one is a trick question. I'm not going to calculate this one. How much will the employer pay to the IRS? So the employer has to pay all FICA taxes, employee portion and employer portion. So the correct amount is the employer plus the employee portion. So 15,000 times 7.5% times 2. If we wanted to know how much the employer owed to the IRS, we would reframe that question to say, what is the employer's responsibility for FICA withholding? Something to that effect. So again, the way questions are worded is very important. I think a lot of you probably feel like they're trick questions. In accounting terminology is just very, very important. So I think you'll feel like they're trick questions a lot. Anyway, feel free to reach out with any questions if you have more questions that I didn't cover. And have a good week.